Hi everyone, thanks for giving us this opportunity. I'm Maureen Maloney and this is Shelina, and we'll be doing this jointly.
Hi everyone, I'm going to start off the presentation. I hope I'm going to click at the right spot. So as you know, we applied for some funding from the Innovation Fund and received some funding. We wanted to look at the opportunities for our students to develop an international experience, and so this is what we did. The students went over in January of this year. As you can see, we have 6 students there and 2 faculty members. We had Suki Gruwal as a backup faculty member, and Maureen Maloney was the instructor that went along with the students. Okay, so our first stage was in the planning process in March of 2012. We went over and did a site visit. We literally got off the plane and visited a number of different agencies. We went to some hospitals, public and private, as well as some primary healthcare centers. We wanted to look and see what was appropriate for the students so they would get the appropriate experience to meet the requirements of the course. This is the Royal Institute of Nursing where the students went. We had a MOU with them, so that was the place that we looked at. After the initial visit, we came back and we wrote a report based on our experience over there. We got some approval and we started to advertise in July of 2012. We interviewed students in August, and by September the students were finalized and we started getting them ready for their experience. In October, we completed a second visit where we did the logistics, the final details, selected the practice placements from the very first visit, and started to finalize the preparations. In January of 2013, the students went over, and Maureen will take over at this point.
So we actually took a group of 6 students to Batala, India for their N3365 experience. So this was part of their coursework, and they completed their course in India rather than doing it here at, say, Vancouver General. So I'm just going to go through several of the places that we had students doing their practice. This was one of the polio clinics that we did. It was a national campaign that occurred in India, and our students participated in that as part of their hours. They also spent time at one of the eye clinics there. They were very involved in hospital practice as well. And at the hospital, this is one of the neonatal intensive care units. And the students were quite instrumental in working with RIN students who were from the Royal Institute of Nursing and mentoring and working with them within that cultural context of practice. So it was really enlightening for our students and for the RIN students. This is one of our students working with the mums in one of the community centers. We went out with a mobile health unit where the students engaged in the community did health teaching of various kinds. In this area, they're doing some dental screening. This is another area where they are in the community and they're doing diabetic health teaching. Diabetes is very prevalent in India, and so the students really did a lot of teaching in this area, and the people that were there were very involved and quite engaged, wanting to learn a lot from our students. This is the students again working with some of the community health nurses there, and they're helping with not just dispensing medications but doing health teaching with the local community and giving them information, which they are so it's so unusual for them to actually have any kind of direction with their medication. They're usually just, here it is, take it. But our students were very instrumental in getting them to start questioning and ask why am I taking this, and giving them really good information in that regard. Here's one of the outpatient departments, and this is quite a typical day. The students would just be bombarded. There'd be maybe 200 people at these clinics. Right?
It's actually a quiet day.
Yeah, this is a quiet day. It's towards the end of the day, actually. At the end of the experience, what our students did, for the RIN students, they made them a typical Canadian meal. So this is in the nutrition lab. So they made them grilled cheese. So
I don't know what a typical Canadian meal is.
well, I didn't know either, but our students wanted to make one. And this is from the ingredients that were available in India that could be considered Canadian. While they were there, they also engaged in some social activity. And this is the students with some of the RIN students. And we're out at enjoying a meal, a typical Punjabi meal.
So to summarize, the experience was a success. We had some very positive student evaluations. Our goal is to offer it again for January of 2014 when that course will run again. The cost was approximately $4,000 a student. We're hoping that it'll maintain at that same level for next year, but we're not quite sure. But in summary, we just wanted to thank the Department of Nursing, particularly Janine, also Diane Bradley and Mark Helpman for all their support to get this project up and running. We've been talking about international experience for a long time. We've looked at a couple of opportunities and never really got off, so thank you very much.